Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Game God Fluent, bringing you episode 26 of Let's Play the Spiderweb Software Instant Classic Queen's Wish 2, the Tormentor. How about that? Boom. Alright, guys. Last time we came to the... What grove is this? Or what does it say? Don't forget to return to Fort Meadow 4 to check in with General Miranda and consult the portal. You can get useful information and be nagged by your relatives. We cleared this place, which I think is Watchfire Grove? Yeah. We pacified it in a struggle. It was very cool, though, and we have a reward. It's in this chest. Boom. Ancient Amber. Cozy Bracer. 10% magical evasion. Wow, that's different. That is certainly different. Let's go ahead and give that to Elspeth. Look how much it took us to beat this. Go ahead and put that on Elspeth, yeah. A beast helm. Plus 4 damage to undead. Wow, pretty nifty helm, too. I can only imagine... myself wearing that. Undead. Well, I suppose we'll be seeing enough undead soon. 12 copper, 86 silver. Let's go ahead and just have Zathus. That is your name, right? Carry the beast helm. Ancient Amber. I did name him Zathus, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, so that is everything in the Watchfire Grove. I think we're safe to exit now. Oh. What in the world? Leaping lizards we have to fight. Oh, wow. What in the world? Oh, whoops. I was not expecting this. Can I get a little energy back? I was not expecting to have to fight our way out. Why would that be the case? Unless these were just a holdover from a fight before that we didn't clear out. Well, down I go. I mean, it seems like we'll be able to do it. Alright, let's get up out of here. Pretty sure... Oh, wait, where does the sap come from? What was that quest? Let's come back down here for a second. Something about sap. Was it the harvester? Deep towers, sap from the sacred groves. Liquid sap from the sacred groves of the Cronus Woods. Oh, here's a tree right here we didn't see. Oh, wow. Wait, it's not in that tree? That's a trunk. I hope because we didn't clear this already that somehow the sap is no longer available to us. What about this tree trunk? No? Maybe the sap doesn't come from Watchfire Grove. What about this thing? Yeah, it could be the sap just comes from the other grove. don't see any other potential place to find sap. So we're just going to have to assume that it's not here. And just to make sure, we have pacified the grove, right? Yeah, we calmed the grove. Yeah, I guess we don't find sap here, so let's exit. Stage left, and go on and get. There's something down there if we go through the bottom, but guess we're not getting to that. Alright, let's go ahead and return to let me save. See if there's any reason to head back to Fort Grove 4 right now, or Fort Meadow 4. Other than just checking in. No. Oh, there is somebody here. You notice that Chief Cestus is holding court in the audience hall to the north. When she catches your eye, she waves you forward. She wants you to come advise her. Another demand on your limited time. This is Haven's land. The wild warrior of the Rokaj is waiting for you in the audience hall. He wears the thick, decorated leather armor of the Cronus Woods. Chief Cestus looks at him perplexed. The chief is very relieved when you arrive. She says, Prince Matthew, this is head Kuanish. He holds lands in the Cronus Woods. He comes to us to ask for a boon. Cestus then looks away, avoiding your gaze. So he isn't a criminal. Head Kuanish snorts. No, I'm a clan head of the Rokaj, trying to bring some wealth and order to the savage inner lands. Give me your petition, Head Kuanish. Head Kuanish looks at you. He is young and arrogant. You notice how well crafted and expensive his armor is. I am from a wealthy family of the Gentle Coast. Now I lead my portion of our clan in the Cronus Woods. There is a portion of our land I would like to log, providing needed wood for construction. However, I am prevented from using those trees. They are near a former sacred grove. You are from the Gentle Coast, but you own land in the Cronus Woods? Correct. I sought my fortune in the Rose Savage Inner Lands. I purchased a healthy expanse of forest in the northern Cronus Woods, and moved my family and our retainers there. The Cronus Woods has plenty of unsettled land waiting for the Gentle Coast to apply its industry and make it productive. These woods are near its sacred grove. A former sacred grove. The spirits there fled recently after Governor Yvette allowed other nearby woods to be logged. It is now only land waiting to be used. With permission, the laws must be respected. Why don't you just cut the trees down? The laws of the Rokaj and of Haven say that any woods near a sacred grove, even a dead one, can't be cut down without permission. Haven's permission. This is to keep the druids of the Cronus Woods happy, as if anything could make those backward folk happy. Whose permission do you need? The permission of a high official of Haven. Usually we go to Governor Yvette for such permission. She usually will let clans like mine cut down whatever trees we want, as long as we provide consideration. Chief Cestus whispers. That means gifts. Kuanish nods. I don't want to anger the Cronus Woods. Leave the trees alone. Well, why didn't you go to Governor Yvette? We did, of course. We didn't want to waste your time. However, every year the size of the gifts Governor Yvette demands increases. My little clan in the deep woods is not that wealthy. Our governor demanded a bribe. Of course. Is that not usually the way of Haven? Don't your governors always demand pay for friendly judgment? Chief Cestus looks like she desperately wishes he was somewhere else. I don't want to anger the Cronus. Well, what do you think of this, Cestus? I have many thoughts, Prince, but none are worth your time. It doesn't seem like cutting down this remote bit of forest is a matter of importance, though allowing it might anger the Cronus Woods. I don't want to anger the Cronus Wood. Leave the trees alone. Head Quanish nods. Of course, Prince. I know the custom. If you allow us to cut down those trees, you will be paid in iron, gold, and amber. We are not a rich clan, but we are able to give a gift that justifies your attention. Trying to bribe a Prince of Haven, eh? I want nothing you have to give. Get out of my sight. This is definitely not the response Head Kawanish was expecting. Your guards have to drag him out of the hall by his arm. Soon, his shouts of anger echo throughout Fort Meadow 4. Chief Cestus looks at you with respect. Yes, hopefully respect. Seems like I can get a lot of bribes around here. Chief Cestus nods. Serving in the vassals is a hard life for a Havenite, full of effort and danger. It is the ability to extract wealth from our vassals that draws our children to a life of service. Is our business concluded, Chief Cestus? Indeed. Thank you for your time, Prince. Conversation ends. Nothing in the mirror. General Miranda. Nothing. Okay, we had some theft again. Everything is good. We just need stone. Alright, we have some money and stuff. I think I'm going to go ahead and put that beast helmet on. Since I'm going to be doing a lot of damage, presumably to undead. It's a little less armor, though. It's a lot less, absorbs 20% damage. How about instead of the apprentice hood, actually? Go ahead and put that on and get +4 to undead. We can presumably sell the apprentice hood. The silk gloves. Can go to Zothis. The Ritual Road Dagger. I'm gonna go ahead and light up a smoke here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and give this to Zothis. Despite having a very cool Ember Pulse Shard, he rarely uses that. And at least he'll get a 10% speed bonus with that. The Ember Pulse Shard, presumably we can sell. I don't see anybody using it anytime soon. A potion. I don't know exactly where we got the potion from. Oh, it was given to us by Elspeth. Alright, Alright, looks good. Let's go ahead and sell. What are you doing in the blacksmith, sir? Sell the leather gloves for 8. Apprentice hood for 4. 35 for that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I want to do it. As nice of a weapon as that is, I'll take the 10% speed bonus. Oh, we have to do augmenting and stuff. Let's... And I just thought of something. When I could use Zothis as a melee character all the same. He just doesn't have the combat skills for it. Let's see. 1 slot in there. And that's it. So Elspeth has an armor slot and I have an armor slot. So let's hit the alchemist. Let's see what we can buy. 20% of blessing spells. Sure. Because we used the Haven, the Wrath of Haven or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's what I should get. Okay, we'll put that in. And for Elspeth in Her shield will get +1 physical armor. Cool. This is going to be a nice upgrade. Now that we have some money and stuff. The blessing in there and +1 physical armor. Let's just check where we're at. Oh, we're about to level up. She has a 6 physical bonus. 27 physical defense, 15 magical defense. Very good. Patricia has pretty decent defense for a wizard. Better than Zathis. And Elspeth also gets a 6 physical bonus. She's beastly. Alright, there's nothing we can build her to here, right? Right. Alright, let's head back out. I guess maybe we could tell the Rasa that one of the groves is pacified? I don't know if he'll reward us. It's a petition. But maybe we could tell him. Just because your petition. Okay. Nothing we can do now. But what can we buy here? Spinning pine cone. Okay, he gave the bounties. Sick house. Here was the smithy. Or the trade post. Alright, let's see what we can pick up. Oh. Alright. We've got some good stuff. I wonder if you can put runes. No, augmentations, it says. No, it says augmentations for weapons, too. Not that there's anything that would particularly be great, except maybe one magical damage, maybe? Scroll of Might, Scroll of Calling. I want to grab that Battle Healer rune. And Battle Medic would be Zathis. Oh, he doesn't have something to put a rune in. Oh, he didn't with the Ember Pole Shard either. You know what, though? I'm just going to buy it to have. For sure. Because when he does get a rune, that's going to be a big improvement of Battle Medic. We're talking going from 25% to 50%. Alright, so we spent most of our money. Now, that's the Akama, or whatever. Mines. It's a grove, not a grove that we're interested in too much. You meet Tinker or Rollo again. Greetings again, Haven. Your presents make the Rokaj better day by day. Care to see the humble wares I have brought together? You have weapons? Oh yes, this is the Rokaj. We always need weapons. Rusty and dented, looted from old battles, but they will still cut. Okay, yeah, you don't have anything that we particularly want. The Erudigo tunic. Yeah, it's not gonna be better. War-Axe. Yeah. Alright, thank you, Tinker. I'll be going now. Thank you for your time, Haven. Thank you for everything. Alright, and here we have Silent East. I guess we can hold off on stone for now and just explore. So I'm thinking how much we need stone. Let's come down here and kill some serpents that are just hanging out. Who is it? Zothis. I wish I could get in there and throw a bee. Icy cone in there. I love just picking them off like this. Okay, Patricia. You can walk there, and you can use a bee. Get off. You walk over here 4, and then... Good. Good, good, good. Patricia can get that one. Whirlwindo. Twofer. Yeah, you're not hurting Elspeth. I can't believe we got her defense so high that she's like just an incredible tank. There's nothing there though. Did we go to this house? The clan who tends this land greets you. You note that they live in a natural stretch of plains. They didn't clear away any forest to build their home and plant their orchard. They earn their keep by gathering the unique herbs and flowers that grow in their woods. They are in demand from alchemists in other lands. It's a profitable business, and this clan is doing better than most. They are entirely friendly to you and have nothing bad to say about Haven. They invite you for a meal and then wish you a happy journey. Aw. Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay, nothing up here. It's starting to get dark. Ruska Pass north, Akemin Road south. There was a bounty on Akemin Road. So let's come down here and check it out. Beware, stay on the path. This is a row of farms along the road near the Akemin border. Each is owned by its own farm. They seem content and prosperous. They greet you and invite you in for tea and a meal. They have heard good things about you. So I think I'm doing the right thing thus far in treating the row well. Meet a band of Cronus warriors. They are decently armed and very young. They aren't hostile, but they're extremely nervous. They march up and down the road as if they're unsure where they want to go. Stop them. You block their path. They don't object. They just stand sullenly in a clump in front of you. They look down at the ground like sullen teenagers, which they actually are. What are you doing here? They look at each other nervously. There's some whispering. You suspect that they have heard good things about you. They trust you a little. Finally, one of them says, "We're proving ourselves. We're going to the Akemin to raid." Okay. I kind of took a risk by stopping them. I don't know. I didn't mean to, like, just impede them. I wanted to more greet them. What do we have here? Oh, let them go. They walk by you relieved. They don't seem any more decisive about where they want to go. Alchemy is west. There's an actual guardhouse there. What's in this area? You walk along a narrow track through the woods. There are faint tracks in the mud. Small groups of booted humans have been walking up and down this remote path. A wind blows through the woods. You hear the loud creaking of wood. You feel like you're being watched. If anyone is hiding back here, they may already be alerted to your presence. There's a group of filthy armed people sitting around a fire in this grove. There is wreckage of a wagon nearby. These people have looted everything out of it and are now arguing about the loot. They look like road brigands. Haven's generally pretty good at keeping such scum out of their lands, but your empire has been lax in the Rokaj. Before you can attempt to arrest them properly, they grab their weapons. Okay. The Row Warriors. Alright, wonder how tough they are. Just 60 health. Level 7. Why do I have to walk so far just to shoot them with an arrow? Pass. Walk to shoot. Okay. That one's pretty tough. And they're blessing all up, so let's go ahead and get a blessing ourselves. Patricia. Walk 4 here and throw a poison rain on them. Unfortunately, Elspeth is the slowest. Okay, this is not going to be easy. Holy cow. Go ahead and teleport Elspeth right there. Now, Elspeth, put your bow away. Whirlwindo. Evaded. How about Bones? They're gonna make short work of him. Elspeth may have to do this on his own. Or on her own. Because they're not going to be able to kill Elspeth, I don't think. Elspeth can walk and do a whirlwind. Zothis, you can make that one vulnerable. Yeah, they're not going to be able to kill Elspeth too well. It's possible they can kill Elspeth. They're doing enough damage now. Hopefully that one dies of poison. Or we just come here and do a whirlwindo. Yeah, we should be able to do this. It might be cutting it close. Oh. Yeah, we might be cutting it pretty close. That Row Warrior is talented. Let's use a potion and whirlwind. Let's go ahead and heal Elspeth. It's gonna be tight. Whirlwindo. They can't get through. Oh, that one got through. That one really got through. That's a game changer. And now let's go ahead and try to stun them. Activated, no. Should have done a healing wave there. Critical 15. Walk 2 and do a healing wave. Come on. 2. Do a fast feint here. So at least we have a chance to act. Nice. We leveled up. Oh, this one's pretty tough too. Uh-oh. We still don't have this in the bag. We have no items. Try to stun and hopefully stun. Nice. Now you can give a heal. And then maybe give a potion. Okay, and shoot. 2. Oh, you're out of energy, but you're not out of attack. Almost did it. Wicked tough. You search the camp for treasure, but you find nothing of value. This little portion of the brigand clan was given the least valuable wagon to root through. Huh. So there was more brigands over in here and stuff, and maybe even over in here, that we would have to... what? Why can't we get out now? You find another group of brigands. They have another wagon. They were wise and patient enough to haul their loot farther back into the forest before they started squabbling over the contents. Their looks of surprise when they see you are highly satisfying. No. Get out of here. Oh, there's even more brigands. At last, you found the main force of the brigand clan in the forest. They knew you were coming. However, they aren't prepared for an ambush. Instead, they are kneeling. A druid stands before them, murmuring an incantation. When they rise to face you, they look crazed with rage. Somehow, they've been elevated to a state of berserk rage. They scream and charge. Okay. Let's load the autosave. I did not think we were getting into an unstoppable path there where they would, you know, do us like that. But there are brigands in these woods, and they're very tough brigands. I don't see anything here. They make it purposely a little sketchy to see, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing of value here. Alright, so we can't go in there yet. You're getting close to the western border of the Rokaj. The road leads into a long stretch of wilderness. Eventually it goes to Akhaman, a small nation on the southern coast and another of Haven's vassals. You know blissfully little about the Akhaman. Maybe it has lots of problems, but they aren't your problems. There's a tower along the road. Haven builds forts on the borders between its vassals to provide safety for travelers and a good place to collect taxes. Not surprisingly, the tower looks run down and neglected. Discovered the Akhaman Gate. F3. I guess we'll go in. You approach the Akhaman Gate, the fortification guarding the road into the Rokaj. This looks like Haven construction. It's here to make sure your empire can keep track of who goes where with what, and that customs are properly charged. Alas, the tower is poorly tended to. Piles of junk are everywhere. There are no proper soldiers. Instead, you see a band of dirty, drunken warriors sitting around a fire. They're not soldiers of Haven. Another sign of pitiful neglect. Akhaman Road, all must pay tolls, no exception. One of the scruffy warriors guarding the road stands to greet you. She isn't a soldier of Haven. She's a low doggin with dirty armor and a crude spear. She's also drunk. She barely takes the time to inspect you before she stumbles forward and slurs. Travelers, you know the routine. I'm Pillar Laura. You'll show me your goods. We'll decide what we want to let you pass. This is a Havenite border station. To be treated this way is completely irregular and illegal. You are from the Lodogga? You guessed right. The Cronus is mad and wild, and they feed their people to trees. Still, we can make a living here. She belches deeply. What are you doing here? This is a Havenite outpost. She laughs. You can smell the sour roe booze on her breath. This is where I could get work. Look at me. If I didn't leave the Lodogga, I'd just be stuck away in a closet forever. Who is your boss? Our boss is Zemri. He is a Havenite. You know what that means? It means you better do what we say. Something occurs to one of the brigands. She walks up and pulls on Pillar Laura's sleeve. She tries to look closely at you. Wait, who are you? Look closer. She finally focuses on your insignia. Thoughts maneuver slowly through her head, bumping into things. Wait, you're the big visitor from Haven? Oh, that might change things. Why are you taking tolls? It's our right. Haven says so. We can take what we want. That's the rule now. Seems unlikely. Zemri, I think Zemri would want us to let you go, so you can go. Stand aside. I'm going inside to speak with your master. Now they look scared. Zemri wouldn't like that. He'll be real mad at us, and this is getting too hot for us. We're going for a walk. Not fleeing, just strolling. The Lodoggans pack up everything within arm's reach and depart to the east very quickly. Huh. Now what else says we can handle this or not? I'm afraid to quick save. The inside of the tower is neglected, dirty, and smelly. Not a surprise. Long corridors stretch off into shadowy, dank chambers. You can barely hear muttering and snarling in the distance, but you aren't sure from what direction. There are definitely brigands in here, and they're unlikely to be as agreeable as the ones outside. Yeah, I don't think we're ready for this. Doors are locked and we don't have the key. Suddenly, doors fly open in front and behind you. A bunch of rogues have been lurking in wait, ready to ambush you. Now the ambush is happening. There's no chance of a peaceful resolution now. Well, we'll see what we can do. Come here, whirlwind. This seems unlikely. Okay, I'm not even going to bother because I know how this goes. Let's load our quick save. Glad I didn't quick save there and just get out of this region. It's too difficult. The brigands here are very tough. So we'll come up here, come in this rock grove. There's people up there. Who are they? At the west end of this rocky plain, you find a small group of row in robes. They are gathered around a small hole in the base of the cliff wall. They wave you forward. Approach. When you get close, one of them runs up and starts talking quickly. Warriors, glad you are here. We are of the Erudico, and we have a chance for you to win glory. She doesn't seem to realize that you're from Haven. What? In that hole, beasts. We tracked them from Mistglen, horrors of a dead grove. We want to study them. We want to see how they react. Will you help us corner them? Alright. The moment you give your agreement, she shouts, It's a yeah! Time for a scar and a story. As she runs off, she says, You might want to get ready. For what? Before you can react, the Arid takes the opportunity. One of them blows a horn. Monsters pour out of the hole. The Arid nimbly step out of the way, allowing them to charge straight for you. As combat begins, they watch carefully and take notes. Happily, two of them are kind enough to help you. Probably not kindness, though, just a chance to observe more closely. Leaping Fiddleback and Hellhound's Basilisk. Yeah, this might be also out of our wheelhouse here. Oh boy. Try to bless and haste. And I guess just shoot the hellhound. Elspeth. Whirlwind dog. Okay. Oh, is that our scorpion? Oh. They stun a lot. They stun a whole lot. Silenced. Who's this? Patricia? Can we get a B on them? That works. Nice. Who's this? Sathis? No. Stunned. Might want to actually heal Matthew. We might be able to do this. Patricia, how about another B? Can we do another B? Yeah. Oh, just took out Matthew, my own teammate. Dog and caster. Okay, we leveled up, but it does not look good for us at this point. Yeah, Patricia's about to die. Elspeth is active and can whirlwind at least. Get 1, 2 are severely injured. It's either healing wave or shoot to kill one. Let's go healing wave. For what it's worth, everybody's... Oh, nice. Okay. They're attacking through us, though, to hurt them. And that's bad. Yeah, look, they just killed... Well, I guess it's working, though. Although Elspeth's about to die. Try to heal Elspeth. Okay, now we're cooking with grease here, but oh, that hurt. How about a little terror? Oh! Ah, shoot. What happened to them? Oh, we're done. Dang. No, I don't want to miss that opportunity. You know, so I'm not going to take the level up and leave. Just a little too hard for us to be in this area. I think it's time to go visit the Doggins. There's a little more up this way. Let me save and see how long we've been playing. 44 minutes. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up. want to say thank you guys for joining me. Next time, we'll head up this way and see what we can get into. Deep Grove North. We may do Deep Grove. And wrap up this Ross's petition. We'll see. But thank you for joining me. We'll do something fun. Hope you'll join me for next time. Hope you're enjoying the LP if you've been watching it at all. If not, that's cool too. But hope you'll join me for next time. Much love, peace, and joy, guys. Take care. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And I'll see you next time with more. Let me go ahead and get a save in. Alrighty. See you guys later.